Downtown Phoenix. There's a plane overhead. I hope you can hear me. It is a beautiful morning. It's cooling down a little bit this week from what I see on the weather report. Might even get a little bit of rain. Day 6 of Lori Vallow Daybell's trial. I'm just walking to the courthouse right now. Would love to know if you can hear me, by the way. I have these microphones that work about 95% of the time, but then sometimes people are like, I can't hear you. And it's because I don't push the right button or do something like that. So, okay, great, you can hear, thank you. Here's what we are expecting today. Detective Younglin will be back on the stand, and Lori Vallow Daybell will be cross-examining her. The cross-examination happened yesterday. Got a little intense, a little spicy there. Detective Younglin is not afraid to speak up to Lori. And we saw the detective questioned about her interview at the police station with Lori and Tylee. And clips were played of the interview with Lori, at least. Tiny little clips, like 10-second clips of Lori giving her account of what happened at the house the morning that Charles was shot, and Lori's reactions and everybody being nonchalant at the scene. So you can go watch that and get caught up. Then I think we have 5 more witnesses, maybe 6, that the state has. Pretty much all law enforcement, and the state has said they plan to rest on Thursday. So we have the trial until Thursday, then we have the break, the Easter weekend break. Then Monday, it's Lori's turn to do her defense, and she can go about this a number of ways. One, she can do what she did in Idaho and say, I feel like the prosecution has not proven their case, and I rest. Oh, thank you, Tori, very much for your donation. And I rest, and then she's done. She can try to call witnesses. She has a list of witnesses. We don't know the status of the witnesses. In fact, this morning, before the jury comes in, I believe, we're going to hear about her attempt to get Lonnie Dworkin, this expert in cell phone extractions and whatnot. They couldn't open the flash drive that the state gave them. They've been having problems getting into the files. So she's going to try to get him to testify, I believe. We'll see if the judge even lets it in, because she filed her witness list late, and many of the witnesses don't even have subpoenas. So option 1 is she doesn't do anything, says, I rest. Option 2 is she tries to get witnesses in, tries to get them to testify. State then has the chance to cross-examine and whatnot. Option 3, she herself takes the stand as the only witness. And if she does that, then she will need to write out her questions beforehand. Thank you, Cleta, newbie, good to see you. And when she writes those questions, her paralegal or her advisory counsel will read them to her. She can't just get on the stand and do a monologue. Now, if she does take the stand, that immediately opens her up for questioning from the prosecution. And for the first time, we will see her under oath having to tell the truth on the stand and being asked direct questions. Maybe she'll do it. What do you think? I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you think Lori's going to take the stand? So those are kind of the 3 options that she's got. So let's say the defense takes Monday, maybe Tuesday. Then there's closing arguments, which will probably be about an hour, maybe, between both parties. Then the jury gets the case. And I don't think, in Idaho, the jury took, was it a day and a half? At least a day. No, they went Thursday afternoon, and we had a verdict by the next morning, by Friday afternoon. So they took about a day. And then with Chad's about the same. I don't know if Lori's going to need, this jury's going to take a day. Maybe. Maybe they will. It's just one charge. Very serious charge. Someone's asking, what street is the courthouse on? This is, so it's the South Tower. On the computer, I believe they still have listed the judge's courtroom. The judge is borrowing a courtroom that's bigger so that more people can fit. And so the actual courthouse is in the South Tower, downtown Phoenix on 1st Avenue, near 1st Avenue and Jefferson Street. It's on the 5th floor, courtroom 5D, I believe. So we'll see. So basically in a week from now, we might have a verdict. That's just, me thinking out loud. And then we're back at the end of May for Lori Vallow Daybell's second trial regarding the attempted homicide of Brandon Boudreaux. That one will be spread out in June because there's a judicial conference that I believe the judge needs to go to and the attorneys need to go to. It will take a little bit more time, but I'll be here. I'll be back in June. I hope the weather's this nice in June. I don't think it will be. I do want to talk about a little. Yesterday I mentioned during Courtroom Insider about a juror issue, and then I never got back to it. So I apologize. Many of you were like, what about the jury issue? You know what? I'm going to take a shortcut here. Actually, I'll just go down to the next street. This is not the building, by the way. It's not that building. That's where Lori's other hearings were. So many of you have told me you've gone into this building, which is the Central Court building. It's not Central Court. You're going to want to go to South Tower. I'm going to go this way now. Okay, so the jury issue. Yesterday, after the Social Security guy was on the stand, apparently they went into a sidebar where the white noise was played. And apparently one juror, 15, said to 16 that he was having an issue himself with Social Security. And then 16 said something back to him that he couldn't believe how much money Lori was getting from Social Security. The conversation went something like that. Someone overheard it, and someone reported it to the judge's staff. The judge then, later on in the afternoon, sent out all the jurors. He called the number 15, and he said, "Did you make a comment about Social Security?" to juror number 16. And juror 15 said, "Yes, I did," and told them what I just told you, that I've been having an issue with Social Security, and the judge said, "Do you think the issue you're having would affect your ability to be a fair juror in this case?" He said no. And then the judge said, "Please don't talk about this case and aspects of the case until you go into deliberations. And please don't tell the other jurors why I asked you to stay." So then he left. Then juror number 16 was called in. The judge said, "Did you make a comment about Social Security to juror number 15? He said, "Yes, I did." Juror 15 mentioned that he was having an issue with Social Security. I commented that I thought it was a lot of money that she was getting. Judge said the same thing. "Will this affect your ability to be a fair juror?" He said no. He said, "Please don't talk about it." Honestly, it kind of felt like you're watching someone get called into the principal's office a little bit. Like, ooh. I'm sure it was just small talk, and it gets awkward for those jurors who really can't talk much about the case, can't talk at all about the case. But I will say this jury is not alone with each other. They're not all together as a group as the other trials in Idaho, where they spent all the time together. Lunches they ate together. They were together all the time. Here you'll see jurors out and about at lunch, in the dining room. They just kind of are doing their thing. Okay, I'm getting here to the courthouse, and I'm gonna go inside. Seeing some people that I know. We will have more tonight on Courtroom Insider. Morning. I'm live right now. I know you don't want to be on. Thanks for watching, everybody. And Courtroom, the court starts today around 10:15, so about 2 hours from now, I'll start my live updates. Then after court starts, we'll have the video on our East Idaho News YouTube channel, which, by the way, huge shout out to all of you. Last night, this was so appropriate. On my birthday, yesterday, during Courtroom Insider, we hit 500,000 subscribers, which is a huge, huge, huge milestone. When we launched East Idaho News 10 years ago, some people that I know in the media industry are like, don't do YouTube, that's gonna hurt your website. I'm like, no, we gotta do YouTube. Never thought it would be this big, and I think it's very cool that it was while I was live chatting with you guys on my birthday that we hit 500,000 subscribers. So maybe we'll hit 1 million when, in 10 more years, I'll be covering some trial somewhere. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully it's not a trial like that. Hopefully, you know, it's good news when we hit 1 million. Okay, everybody, I didn't get to your questions, but I hope that you'll stay tuned later today, and I hope that you have a great day. People are asking about the time. It's 10:15 Arizona Pacific, 11:15 Mountain, 12:15 Central, 1:15 East. You know what, just go with 10. 10, 11, 12, 1, 10 o'clock. Plan on that. Okay, everybody, gonna head inside. This is the courthouse. So if you're out and about, it's the South Court building. It's very tall, 5th floor. Hop on the elevators, head upstairs, and we'll see you here. Okay? Goodbye. Have a good